Hello everyone, today we are going to visit the world's oldest salt mine in Hallstatt, Austria. Now this mine dates back to prehistoric times, about 7,000 years ago. So we start our journey by walking to the town of Hallstatt, where the mines are located. So once you make your way to the mountain, you need to take a funicular to reach the top, where you will find the entrance to the mountain. Now,
before that,
140 meters.
you have to take some
From where we
amazing pictures from top of the mountain, because you are about 800 meters
I think almost a kilometer above sea level.
above sea level, so you can actually see the hanging clouds underneath you, the mountains, the beautiful lake. And then once you are up there, you need to go up the mountain, and the mines are then deep inside the mountains.
About up to about halfway down the mountain.
Yeah.
However, you only go about 150 meters into the mine.
Correct, yeah. So the temperature inside the mines are quite low. They're about 8 or lower than that. So you need to dress warm, but they also give you a special kind of uniform to wear. That keeps you warm and also keeps your clothes clean and tidy while you're walking inside the mine.
So the whole tour is completely guided. So you have a tour guide with you the whole way. So,
They talk and they explain the history of how people used to live there at that time and what they used to do and how they used to extract the salt. And in this technique you called dry mining of salt. But also the speeches are in both languages, in German and in English. Yeah. So then you start at
the Christina Tunnel, where you walk about 350 meters into the mountain, and then
this is an interesting walk because it's got the tunnel itself has got different sections. Some sections are renovated, some sections are in the original condition. They're quite dark, quite cold, and once you go deep into the tunnel, and then to go even deeper, you get these slides. Yeah.
There, as you can see, the main tunnel is quite old still.
Along the way you see all the tools and equipments that people used to use at that time to extract the salt. Of course, these tools were quite basic. They were made of wood initially, and some of them were made of iron later on.
Yeah. And here is the slide. Now this one goes, I believe, 15 meters down into the mountain. So you go.
This is quite a funny one. It's actually quite an exciting one. You sit there and you slide down. You pick up speed quite quickly, like in the middle, but
you can go up to about 10 kilometers an hour on this one.
Yeah, but if somebody is not doesn't like it, then they can always walk alongside. There's a
staircase that
goes down as well. Yeah.
Here's the camera view of the slide. It's slow at first, but near the end it speeds up. Yeah. So after you make your way down the slide, you get shown some of the ways that the people mined salt back then.
Also different types of salt on display here.
So that was the salt. Yeah, so here's the salt that we mine nowadays, and these are all the salts that would have looked like a long time ago. So from a tunnel. Yes, you can also see how they mined salt back then.
So this is, even though this mine started off 7,000 years ago, these mines are still active, and there are still salt is extracted from these mines. Of course, by not modern using a modern advanced technology, which is called wet salt mining.
Yeah, what it looks like and how they mined it. So, and here is one of the designs for salt mining nowadays, called a bore drill. So and this is used for wet salt mining. So it drills into the ground and puts water
into the cave.
Yeah, into the cave to erode the surrounding area, and then turn into brine by leaching salt from the nearby rocks. Then it pulls up salt.
Salty water, basically, or brine.
But it just pulls up the salt.
Yeah.
Up, and then that becomes your regular table salt.
So then so that brine is then dried, and the water being separated from the salt, and the salt which is left off is the table salt that you see, which is in the purest form of the salt.
Yeah, and at the end of your journey, you have to take a small train to exit the mine. Now, these would have been similar to what miners would have used this is what they would have used in the olden days. And this minecart actually goes quite fast, so you'll see in a moment. And hold on, because it's quite a bumpy ride near the start and the end. Also,
the headroom is quite tight, so you need to keep your head down. This is otherwise, if you're a tall guy or something, then you might bang your head into the ceiling of these tunnels.
Yeah. So as you can see here, it's quite low headroom, so you need to make sure not to hit your head. Now this actually is
a long ride.
Yeah, quite a very long ride, and you need to go quite far out. So on your way, it will also be a bit quite dark because their lights aren't very frequent.
Yeah.
But just enjoy the ride and hold on.
Yeah, and keep your head down.
Yeah. That's the most important one.
And then, so that's the good thing, that you don't have to climb down the stairs or anything.
Yeah.
This little minecart will actually take you down to the bottom of the mountain.
No, it takes you back up, I think.
No, it takes you to the bottom, and then you have to go up to collect your return the uniform, and then exit the salt mine. And at the end of the journey, you also get a small gift, which is
about 10 grams of salt.
Yeah, which is quite neatly packed.
From wet mining.
From wet mining, yeah. So you can take that as a souvenir with you.
Or have some fish and chips.
And just sprinkle over your fish and chips,
and one thing we forgot to mention, in the last video, they also give you some salt from dry mining.
Yeah.
So you can try. And the difference between wet and dry mine is that from wet mining, all the minerals that usually come with the salt are all gone, so it's just the pure salt.
Yeah.
But then from dry mine, it still has all those minerals, so it tastes quite different from regular table salt.
That's one of the reasons that the dry mining salt, like the pink color salt, is actually good for your health, they say, because it has far more minerals than the purest white salt or table salt that you get. So that's another advantage of
dry mining.
Harris, maybe you can say a little bit how the salt end up in the mountain in the first place.
Okay, so the way it ends up in the mountain, so like millions of years ago, it was all a desert, but then eventually the ocean level rose and flooded it. But then when the ocean level went back down, some water was still stuck in the desert, and when that all evaporated, it made quite a large clump of salt. And then over time, the continents hit together and formed the beginning of the Alps, and this salt got stuck in the mountain and eventually became rock.
Excellent. Hope you guys enjoyed
we hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned with us to see more.